Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another exciting race here in our continuing coverage of the Crosskeys Sanity Tournament. Today we have Game 2 against Linlinlin and Goomba 90. Goomba taking Game 1 last night, and today we will see if Linlinlin can tie up this match and take us to a Game 3. Joining me in the booth is Akalanice as well as Jane8373. Without further ado, I'm going to toss it over to our wonderful commentators and get this race on the way. Have a good race, guys.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another great matchup here in the Link to the Past Randomizer Crosskeys Sanity Tournament. This is a round 2 matchup, like Jinxie mentioned, and it's quite a good matchup because we've got our number 1 seed, Goomba, went through the Swiss rounds undefeated, still holding that 1-0 lead. And then Linlinlin is the previous year's champion, so quite a stacked round 2 matchup. And Alchemist, you were on commentary for Game 1. Want to give us a quick recap for that?
Yeah, honestly, it was a pretty absurd set because they had a lot of items very early in the race. So we thought for a long time that it was a jet seed, and then the last item was absolutely stupid. So yeah, that was pretty much an oh no seed.
Oh, how often it seems to come in those Crosskeys seeds where you get so many items early, and all that means is you just got a billion things to do, and then terrible location for your last item.
Yeah.
So that Cane of Burn in the first chest, that's definitely helpful when you don't have any weapons. No magic to use it yet, but definitely a nice to have as a first weapon.
Yeah, let's hope we can find some magic early because magic is not guaranteed in Crosskeys. So finding a good source of magic can be very, very important.
Yeah, sometimes you'll see runners farm the enemies in the early game, like you'll see some runners kill the Buzz Blob on the top of the screen here, and then go down to the eastern area and kill one with bow, shooting guys.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, neither of them gets the drop today.
Oh, and already secured, so at least you know where to go.
Alright.
So they will check the drop down, then they do Holy Hand. Lin will definitely do the 2 lake entrances, and then this will probably be the moment where they are diverging. Lin will check the chest here, Goomba 2, hoping they find the bombs here.
Yeah, it's a little less likely in the Crosskeys mode that you find bombs in the Catwall itself, but you always can get lucky.
But you get more lucky today than the other days, it seems, because you get a flute.
Yes, very nice to get that early flute as soon as you'll definitely want to get the Kakariko as soon as possible. To activate that flute will make the early game so much nicer.
Yeah. Oh. Lin is happily playing flute inside Holy Hand Cave.
Yep, got nothing else to do with that Y button, so just spam the flute for the chat, I guess.
Spam flute for the fans.
Yeah, but both these runners going over, get these. I like doing these early because you get to check some drop packs, and you get these items. These checks can get pretty late if you don't do them this early.
Yeah, these are free entrances, so might as well.
Haven't seen
Hyrule Castle is pretty. It's a pretty good entrance to get there.
Yeah, you can definitely check that connector and get the items when you have a little bit more to deal with regards to weapons. So probably see those runners come back to that.
And here are the bombs.
Yes, very nice to get some early bombs. Sanctuary is in its normal location today.
Definitely better than Hyrule Castle, so we'll take it.
Yeah, it's kind of like just a middle of the road entrance there. You definitely do not like to have that over in Hyrule Castle, and Useless Fairy isn't great either. It's nice for the hula hand, but otherwise not great. But that one location, I'd prefer it to be in Kakariko, but that's okay.
So Turtle Rock entrance, absolutely very good. You can refill magic, you can farm bombs. The greatest of every world here.
Yeah, with now that Cane of Burna can be put to good use. If you find something like a mini Moldorm cave, now you could use the Cane of Burna to get rid of the Moldorms, or if you find something like Spiral Cave, any of those annoying entrances with early enemies will be made much easier with full magic.
Yeah, Smith in Kak. This is very nice. I wish my seeds were nicer with Smith because, yeah, at least in this one it's not bad. This is a free mail. There's Goomba is keeping it. What a game!
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see both these runners skip it when you're this high level. But I guess Linlinlin wants it because of not having the Moon Pearl or the Mirror. It's always the blue mail can be a bit of a mixed bag.
Yeah, but I think overall it will just save time because you can do more dangerous plays.
It also fits the blue theme we've got going on with the tracker right now.
Yeah. So
here's another good farming house with 4 free bombs in it. So these runners have got pretty well set on equipment early. I think Lynn is setting the record for most times used the flute and the seed already in these first 5 minutes.
He's trying to set the record for the whole tournament at this point. Yeah, you'll probably... This was probably the last time he spammed it, so don't be sad.
Yeah, I guess you'd have to get back to the Dark World if you wanted to spam it without consequence.
Yeah. Goomba found a dark room. Did not check yet what it was, but he might have been able to identify it already.
Yep, so that's one connector, plus that connector that Lynn just found is actually going to follow right away. And also, there's Remire down there.
Oh, this is an insane connection. Because,
yeah, it's always great to find a connector to this mountain.
Well, you have flutes, so you can get to this mountain, but this connection is it's faster to get to the top of this mountain. So this one is still great, even if we had it. Also, you can mark off Hellra Tower, even without the mirror, so good. Having Cane of Birna makes lava chests actually very easy to get here, so Lynn is checking it now.
Yeah, it definitely makes sense. If you come in here with no weapon and no keys, it's like you're not gonna be able to get that one. But the Cane of Birna will be very helpful here.
Yeah, this is definitely one of the best items to kill a Poké. You get a magic refill after this, so you can just not care about your magic.
Yep, there's a free magic refill right here that you can get if you want to go to Chain Chomp Room, and we'll take bombs, but I guess you get 3 bombs there.
Yeah, so at least he has bombs.
And there's another connector there in Kakariko with the dancing old lady at the Smith house. Goomba not going to check that right now, though.
Yeah, Lynn is aggressively checking connections because you have flute, you can get back to Kak very easily, so it does not matter.
And we also got to look at that useless fairy entrance over at the blacksmith dropdown.
So good thing Lynn picked up that blue mail because otherwise he would be dead.
Yep, definitely a very good benefit there to get that. Even though it's only 3 bombs, you don't have to worry about it later. So Spectacle Rock top showing up over on Goomba's side. So that's just 3 bombs in there, so we won't need to go find the bottom for the item. We'll see if he wants to follow that connector when he's done with this area.
Yeah.
Well, there's a big key on race game.
Yeah, this is a big keep. So this is a very high chance this is important. So mirror is becoming kind of big right now.
Yep, we'll probably you sometimes get connected there, but not often for the for a big key like that.
Yeah, this is very rare to have a connection there.
And it looks like we got the rare 2 dark rooms up on this mountain. Linlinlin finding the back of Old Man dark room up there before finding the Old Man rescue.
Yeah, that happens. Okay. And Goomba finding Spiral Cave and doing it already. Oh, do you love this sound? The sound of this flute?
Yeah, I
Because,
mean, it actually does help. You can't tell from the stream feed, but you get the left versus right audio.
Ooh,
that's
this is very big.
Oh, another cane from the Old Man. And there's the Hyrule Castle connector that we saw earlier, so a bunch of ways to
Yeah.
get to the mountain today.
There are 3 ways in logic to get to this mountain already.
So you have to imagine that Goomba will find himself up there relatively soon. And even if not, doesn't want to take the connectors, the flute will get you up there as well.
Yeah. Also, Lin found Agina, and Goomba found Flippers.
Yeah, and also of note that Spiral Cave entrance spits you out at Pod, which is pretty nice because that kind of knocks out a really annoying to check location.
Yeah. Also, Lin found Ice Rod in Agina. So, oh, this is a pretty good Old Man save point.
Yeah, once you get the mirror, it gives you a lot of access.
Yeah, and once you get the Moon Pearl, you have a minimal Dome Cave here, just below the save point. So very good.
Nothing too interesting in that bottom entrance. There's Ganon over at the Hyrule Castle drop down.
Yeah, this is a pretty good location for Ganon, so we'll take it.
Yep, anytime it's not Aghanim or the vanilla Ganon drop down, it's a good day. Yeah, so Goomba gonna follow up on Linlinlin's play, go up and rescue this old man for the cane, get the ice rod up here too, and then we just gotta find. So they have a decent amount of entrances to get to pretty quickly with the flute, but we're kind of looking for some sort of progression at this point now because nothing that we have really gives us very much.
Yeah, Goomba is doing dark rooms right now. Ooh, desert. So this is another big connector. We have a lot of connectors right now. Oh, so that dark room was the Old Man.
Yeah,
So, that's
the back of Old Man is the spectacle or the spectacle rock left, I believe. So with all those connectors we found, I wouldn't be surprised to see the Moon Pearl show up a bit early because it's very likely that one of those is going to take us to the Dark World. I mean, we've already seen Spiral Cave drop us off at Pod, but there's probably even another one.
I'm not sure. This can actually put the Moon Pearl pretty far in logic.
Yeah, I mean, if we get like the mirror or something, we could too. It's just that we don't have that many entrances left, and they kind of don't really have that much to do at this point. They can check the flippers.
Imagine the Moon Pearl is in one of these 3 entrances in Pod area, in a freestanding cave. That would be absolutely terrible.
That would be, and we haven't seen any of the bunnyable entrances except for Sick Kid, and we saw Spectacle Rock bottom will just give us 3 bombs. So there's still Hammer Pegs, Hype Cave NPC, the Green Pendant turn-in, which is kind of a Hail Mary that doesn't normally turn out like that, and Checkerboard for bunnyable items.
So far, our greatest hint about items that we get is probably flippers. We have fruits, but flippers open easy checks.
Yeah, we've got Zora, and then the Zora area, just a few entrances, and Hobo, so it's a good amount of things to check over there.
Yeah, the Lake Alia Island also.
One of the runners checked the Hylia Island. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I remember it being nothing.
Yeah, the Lake Alia Island is the shield, but I was talking about the
the upgrade area.
Yeah.
Yeah. Goomba's a little bit lower on magic here, so not going to have quite as easy a time. We might not see him get the lava chest here.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, he has the Cane of Samaria, so he can do a little bit more difficult of a kill, but get rid of that.
And since he didn't pick his blue mail, he is one shot. Oh,
I like this. He's gonna chuck that skeleton head at the Pokey.
Yeah, if the anti-fail resolute him, because
the skeleton heads, or frozen enemies, do, I believe, tempered sword damage.
Oh, this magic is pretty clutch. That's very slow.
Yeah, it's been a bit tricky with all the anti-fairies running around.
What a strat. You don't see this often.
That's good situational awareness there, because with that little of magic, it would have been quite a chore to use the Cane of Samaria there. You'd have to be pretty perfect with your block placement, but with the ice block guy, you just freeze them once, they stay frozen forever.
Yeah, I didn't even know that they stayed frozen forever. I thought the head would break, or that it would unfreeze at one point, but
yeah, and some enemies can't even be frozen. So it's also, you have to know that the skeleton heads are ones that can.
Hey, that's a nice key. Yeah, non-tower keys are pretty nice to get. You at least want one. And
with the cane, they're more likely to be able to do the one key full clear. Oh, it was a key up there. I thought that was bombs. So we're going to see an interesting escape here from Goomba with choices between Cane of Samaria, Cane of Burn, and Ice Rod, and also bombs. So we'll see what he elects to use in each room.
Well, Ice Rod is probably the fastest.
Yeah, on the blue guards at least. The green guards won't die to the Ice Rod.
Yeah. Yeah, I hate the green guard for this, because just the green guard's existence forbids the standard with Ice Rod start.
Yeah.
So I hate it a lot.
It would be nice if you get the Ice Rod start in standard, but nope.
Yeah, I want a mode that replaces this green guard by a blue guard in standard.
That would be rougher though if they had to do bomb escape with a blue guard there.
Yeah, but only if you have Ice Rod.
And Super Bunny items coming up pretty empty today.
Yeah, but yeah, you say Randomizer, but Randomizer does not affect logic, so it was still not possible.
And we're seeing more frozen enemy strats over here on Goomba. Ice Rod getting a nice show today.
Yeah.
And that Sewer Bunny Cave leading us to the Turtle Rock cliff side entrances is a bit interesting because it's going to be annoying to follow that once the mirror comes into play.
Yeah. So our runners today are probably doing a lot of similar checks, just not in the same order, because there's not a lot to do, a lot of things here.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't seen... There's a lot of areas with the glove lock checks that we haven't seen, like Ice Rod Cave and the North Light World. So we're probably going to have to get forced to one of those areas, even though you don't have a glove, if like Hobo and Zora area don't come with anything.
Yeah, the big one that is not locked by anything is the eastern area.
Yep, that's true.
Goomba will find his mini Moldom Cave, I think.
Yep, find a mini Moldorm Cave and then this useless entrance down here, which are good finds for the old man, but you really kind of need the Moon Pearl or the Mirror to make any use of it.
At least you know where it is. This could be worse.
Let's see where Goomba will probably give us some new checks at this point. Yeah, I'm going to go over to that eastern area that you mentioned because you don't have to leave behind anything. It is a little more annoying routing it with the flute and no glove, but better than nothing. And that Eastern Palace there is interesting because obviously dipping Eastern Palace is a controversial point. But I think we'll be coming back there sooner rather than later. With that being in a really easy to get to spot, Eastern's looking kind of nice right now just because we need some sort of item for progression. So the odds of progression being there are high, but it's just so easy to get back to. No reason to rush in there right now.
Yeah, this is the reason you're not checking it. It's in a very easy to check spot, so you just don't care.
Like if they had found that after Super Bunny in that laser eye entrance of Turtle Rock, then you just clear it. Well, not in the Dark World, obviously you can't do it. But if it was an entrance like that, that's really hard to get to. And Linlinlin will show us the Dark Cross chest, which we didn't get to see from Goomba's side.
And since he has a lot of items, he can aggressively quick swap to check his position.
Yeah, it's one of the interesting things about quick swap using the stereo sound to locate which, if you're closer to a left side wall or a right side wall. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah. Did that for a map, but at least our castle is done.
There's our Moon Pearl.
Yeah.
So that gives us a decent amount already, just because we already have access to the pod area. We have that mini Moldorm cave up on the mountain.
Yeah, there should be a mini Moldorm cave play pretty soon.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, there's no reason not to get there. That's 5 items. It's free.
5 items right by the save and quit. It would be nice if to have a little bit more magic for Goomba, but with 9 bombs, it should be fine.
Yeah. At this point, if there's nothing in Mini Molten Cave, you'll probably check the pod area, even if it's bad.
Yeah, because we've got Desert Palace connectors that have not been checked that could take you somewhere in the Dark World. I'm trying to think if there's any other outstanding connectors. Oh, we have that old lady connector in the blacksmith house that I don't think either under checked.
Yeah. I probably do this before pod.
Yeah, because Spiral Cave is just so bad. And we still have that one item in Desert, which makes the connector a little bit more valuable.
It's not just because of Spiral Cave. It's... Ooh, Goomba wasted 4 bombs already.
Alright, that double was very helpful.
Saved.
But yeah, I think what you're getting at about the pod area is that there's only a few entrances over there, so maybe that old lady connector can take you somewhere better in the Dark World.
Yeah. Also, it's not just because it's Spiral Cave that you find it bad. It's because it's paused as from the exit, so you have to walk, get scammed by the monkey, and take an eternity to go to the next entrance.
Yeah, it's a lot of work for 3 entrances in one item.
Yeah.
Well, I guess technically it's more than 3 because you can also
Yeah.
get to Dark Shopping Mall and Dark Witch's Hut from there too.
Also, I agree with checking immediately as a kid. Because,
Yeah, it's with the
it's
flute.
just free.
And they can even get this one item they left behind in the well.
Yeah.
Oh, and our tracker pointing out that the old lady house loops to CAC. I must have missed that the first entrance and only saw the blacksmith one.
Yeah. So Lin will probably be able to do minimum Dome Cave faster than Goomba. Just Ice Rod. Ice Rod, what a gamer item in this seed.
Yeah, it's gotten a lot of play this seed.
There are
Maybe we'll
seeds
get-
where I have used less times Fire Rod than they have used Ice Rod here.
Maybe we'll get an Ice Rod Land Molus.
I love Ice Rod Lane Molas. This is actually not as hard as most people think it is, but it's just pretty awkward.
Yeah, I just got to release it a little bit earlier because the Ice Rod, it travels the same speed as the Fire Rod, but it doesn't get going quite as quickly. The Fire Rod's just out and going right away, whereas the Ice Rod kind of sits there for a little bit.
Yeah. And Ice Rod does the same amount of damage to Land Molas than Fire Rod. So this is definitely one of the good weapons. Also, Argus with Ice Rod is funny.
So the Zora Ledge was just a map. Probably will want to pick that up just because those can be useful early game and you're saving quitting anyway out of here.
I'm not sure. This is a 30 seconds commit for a map. I think I would pick it, but
It is borderline for sure, and then you feel really bad when it's Hyrule Castle or GT.
yeah, he's not picking it.
So we'll see if that Desert Palace connector is going to come up.
There's a high chance. There's also one more Hyrule Castle entrance, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that sounds right. We found the one in the mountain and the one in the Lake Hylia Island.
But if you
Oh,
can
yeah.
help, you want to find mirror before, just in case.
Yeah, but that mirror can just be in so many places.
Yeah, this is the problem. Okay,
Goomba
so
going to show us
now-
this one item we can get over in front of Turtle Rock.
This one item has burned a lot of runners. So, yeah, this can be mirror, this can be fire rod. And I say specifically these 2 items because that was actually very recent. Both cases, I mean.
Yeah, the fire rod there is really annoying because like a lot of times you put off going into here until you have the fire rod, and then the mirror is just, you always want to find that as early as possible.
So time to put our feet in Lost Woods.
Yeah, we're relatively late first trip here, finding the uncle drop down.
Well, relatively late. I mean, yesterday Lin did not go to Lost Woods before 90 minutes, so
So that's an interesting mushroom. We haven't found Magic Bat, but it's not going to be anywhere good. It's either going to be at Ganon or at Lumberjack. So I don't think we'll have to worry about fake powder, even though they have both the mushroom and the cane.
I mean, if they want to fake powder, they can. Oh,
Well, I
this
just
is
think
nice.
you would turn in the mushroom before beating Ganon or beating Ganon Climb or Aghanim.
Okay, planting a lamp is very nice. It's not that it's not as useful as Fire Rod, but that's still a very, very good item.
Yeah, absolutely. They've already found Misery Mire. They already found a Dark Connector. So there is lamp could have logical implications in the near future.
You know, we are just very, very near Misery Mire full clear.
Yeah, they're actually gated from Vitreous right now. Besides getting to him, they don't have anything reliable enough to actually kill him right now.
Yeah, they need a weapon that can kill him, and a Misery Mire access. They are missing hookshot or boots.
Yeah. This could be one of those seeds where you get Fighter Sword and the boots or the hookshot, and then just have to go in and beat Vitreous.
Yeah, but they have a big key. They even have a small key for convenience. They have a lamp. They have a Sumaria. That's quite a lot. Oh.
Well, there's the mirror. That's going to be it's important because you're probably going to get the boots this seed now. They might be really late, but you'll probably get them.
Getting boots is getting mirror, but getting boots is also getting Vitreous. So this is pretty interesting.
Yeah, and so we have to really wonder if the boots are going to be something that shows up early and gives us that mirror early, or if they're just going to be really deep in the seed.
Okay, so one less miss entrance. So this is pretty nice.
And looks like Goomba's going to go back for that Dark Cross, and probably, he's got low enough health that you set up a Death Warp and check the other connector here.
Yeah, he has lamp. He will be fine.
Getting the interesting connector to the top of Death Mountain Descent, so we don't need the mirror for that Bumper Cave top entrance today.
Yeah, this is unusual, but this is very welcome, especially when you know where is mirror, but you can't get it.
Yeah, that entrance can oftentimes be terrible to get to if, like, it's Laser Bridge is that connector. It's not Spiral Cave today, but it's had something like that in the past.
So this is the oh no magic bat. Beats Aghanim for one check.
Yeah, and it's a little annoying because you have the mushroom. Well, he doesn't have the mushroom yet, but he's going to get it. You have the mushroom and the cane, and it can be nice to fake powder and Crosskeys sometimes just so that you don't have to worry about it if it's convenient, but it's not convenient today at all.
Yeah, at this point, just turn in the mushroom.
Because you always like to turn in the mushroom before finding the witch hut. It's nice to be able to single dip that.
Yeah, at this point, just turn in the mushroom. You don't care about this before a long time.
Now, something interesting though, we've seen I think all of the connectors now, except that dark connector in the bombable hut of Kakariko, and none of them are giving us good Dark World access.
Yeah. So far, the only Dark World access we got was this Spiral Cave, which is very, oh no, I don't want to do this.
Yeah, and with the flippers, because if you don't have the flippers, that's only going to be 3 entrances with the rest of their loadout, but with the flippers, that also gives them Dark Shopping Mall and the Dark Witch's Hut. So we go from, instead of having just 3, we go
But that's
all the way
Dark
to
Shopping
7.
Mall without gloves.
No, it's bad. It's not good, but it makes it more likely that it is something.
Yeah. So this is also the Dark Witch Hut because you can go there with flippers.
Yeah, you can go through the portal and get there. You can't get the catfish still, but you can get there. Get to the Witch's Hut.
Yeah, so flippers is 3 entrances in Dark World. One of the best items you could find there, right here, would be probably Hookshot. Hookshot would be super big.
Yeah,
Hookshot would be the right side of this mountain, the entirety of Dark World, and Misery Mire.
Yeah, that would really open up the seed.
Yeah, I would argue that Hookshot is actually way better than gloves here right now.
Oh yeah. And we still haven't even found Hookshot Cave, so you get the 4 guaranteed items from that.
Yeah. Yeah, Lin is turning in mushroom. This just makes sense.
Yeah, we still haven't found the witch's hut, so whenever they do, it will be a single dip.
Okay, Lin is doing his turn. I mean, this makes sense. It's actually better than doing Spiral Cave into pod area, because it takes an eternity to do. So
Yeah,
you have to choose between spending 50 years or 100 years to do something. So just spend 50 years.
And the thing about this Eastern, so let's say you get something like the glove here, and the progression is in that glove lock spot in Dark Shopping Mall or in Catfish. So you would lose so much time if there's an item here and you have to double dig back to pod. Whereas if this is empty and the progression is in pod, you just flat out only lose the time you spend in Eastern.
Yeah, and for Eastern completion, you are missing 2 items, not 1.
Yeah. And we saw that Dark Connector, which was, I believe, the last one we have, was just the laser bridge entrance, which without that mirror is not going to be helpful.
This is absolutely garbage. So this is a pretty closed seed, actually. We have a very early flute, but this is a closed seed. This is pretty interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty, not very many early game options. I think Goomba's hasn't done the Spectacle Rock drop down, so he's gonna do that. I believe this takes us somewhere over where there was Super Bunny. I don't remember the specific entrance this takes us to.
Also, the big chest of Eastern is actually in logic. We have the lamp. This is probably the reason that pushed Lin there. Okay, that's a lot of small keys that we can see.
Yeah, I just saw 2 in a row.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, Goomba will clear out the Super Bunny, and then we'll have to make the same sort of decision Linlinlin is making here, where he decided to go into Eastern, and then the other option is doing that Spiral Cave.
Yeah. Okay, so Eastern was garbage.
Yep, absolutely nothing helpful on there.
So this is probably Spiral Cave, which feels very bad.
Oh, we have to actually have the 2 dark. We have some Dark Death Mountain entrances. I forgot about these. You just have to walk past the Lionels, and there's 3 entrances over here, which is honestly half as good as the Spiral Cave, and it takes like an 1/8 of the time to check it.
This is actually not bad to check. Oh, we got a Aura Small, yeah. I didn't remember this. So, welcome, Aga. We don't have the first Aga Small Key, so we can't... We can't check the second chest, but maybe checking the first one will be good enough. Oh, small magic, that's nice.
Yep, Goomba coming over to make the same play over here. Makes a lot of sense.
But if we find Hera here, Lin will have a small key. Okay. Nice setup from Goomba, saving more magic. Lucky.
Yeah. And I think we found, our tracker pointing out we found here. I thought we saw that really, really early. It might have even been in like the early entrances.
Okay. Oh yeah, I remember now. There's a high chance Lin is going there because you want to make this. You want to make this garbage Eastern play. Lin might not have enough magic to set up a pose, so just bombs. That works too. Well, that works when it works.
It's annoying being in here with no sword or anything to even help you get rid of these
Yeah.
guys.
He will just dodge now. He has nothing else.
And the scary part is after this, you're gonna have to set off that switch with them. I guess it might even be safer to set it off in this room.
The problem is the minimal dome.
Yeah, so you set it off. I think you set the bomb off in this room, and then just hope the mini Moldor, because like you have to set it off with the mini Moldor here now.
I would definitely pause buffer to press this minimal dome.
But definitely good on Linlinlin to get past those scary mini Moldorms. These guys are scary; they won't KO.
Stalfos cannot kill you because they do half a heart of damage. He has blue mail. Goomba got a nice connection here.
What was that? Was that Turtle Rock? Which one was that? I didn't
see which one, but he got it to a good position. Stu was.
Oh, okay. So we must have just not seen one of the Hyrule Castles.
Yeah, this is the last Hyrule Castle entrance then.
And that's a really good entrance, because that's way better than going through that, doing through the Spiral Cave entrance.
Yeah, that's just way better. That gives you access to the same area too.
Yeah, you can swim over to Dark Shopping Mall.
Oh, and the glove.
Yeah, very nice. So now the seed's starting to come together and give you some things to work with.
Well, gloves is not... Gloves is some entrances, but it's not the biggest thing.
Yeah, it's not as big anymore now that they have this connector over here.
Oh, Lin is choosing this one.
And looks like Linlinlin is going to take the known connector to Spiral Cave, and we'll see if you can still get to whatever progression there is from here. But this could be really bad if it ends up being something like Dark Shopping Mall's glove lock location, because you gotta imagine Linlinlin's gonna get over there before he gets the glove, unless there's some sort of progression over here in Pod.
Yeah, unless Lin finds the other glove. At this point, it would be pretty good. Yeah, take a potion, then take a hit to not get scammed anymore. Because this monkey is just robbing you.
You can just go off screen with Monkey too.
Yeah, you can't go in the house, I think. But good enough. And yeah, I hardly imagine you'll see another Kiki in this season, so this is probably goodbye until the next time.
And so it's Goomba going into Skull Woods over here, which is, there's a good amount of items that are just available whenever you have access to the Skull Woods area. So we'll see if this has anything interesting for us today.
So this is Skull Woods. We are missing a small key to do it. Logically you need Fire Rod, but this is possible. Oh, well, we would want a better weapon too.
Yeah, they can't get to the back without the sword or the small key, so Linlinlin is just gonna walk out of here.
Yeah, I mean, you are full health. You don't want to waste it. And yeah, they were in the same dungeon, but not at all at the same entrance.
Yeah, in the disjointed world.
Oh no, Goomba!
Yeah, unfortunately, sometimes if like the Wallmaster falls and there's too many sprites, then you just don't get the magic from there.
Yeah, this is why you don't use your bomb before using the skull. This is very important. Setting the bomb is the sprite overload, usually.
to see the pyramid item over here. This could be something good, but with having found the glove and the other connector, it's not seeming as likely now.
Well, the worst thing about this is that you don't have mirror.
Yeah. Who knows, though, when those boots are going to show up.
Yeah. I'm very surprised Lin did not check the other connections before doing this god-awful entrance.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just that one Hyrule Castle connector is all he missed.
No, that's desert, right? Oh, maybe he did. No, he did.
Yeah, we did desert right. That took us to bumper.
Yeah. But Hyrule Castle is very close to a spawn point, so this is still very surprising.
And meanwhile, Goomba over in Pod looks like he's going to go for a Mimic Clip here. I don't think they have a potion or fairy or anything they can use the potion.
Yeah, I don't remember. No, Goomba has a red potion.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember seeing Linlinlin drink that already. So that'll be a nice little time save compared to a Mimic Clip.
Yeah. And also, it's easier. I didn't know you could hug the bottom wall, but okay, that works. Usually I hug the top wall.
Okay, Linlinlin is going to buy a potion. I definitely, whenever you haven't found Pod yet and don't have a bow, it's definitely good to have a potion in your inventory. So good for Linlinlin to get that there.
Okay, so Lin will... Oh no, Lin did everything here. This is garbage.
Have we? Yeah, because we saw the laser eye entrance already.
Yeah, this is garbage.
And wasn't anything too interesting over on the Bowlock side of Palace of Darkness there.
They're not checking the Hyrule connection.
Yeah, I'm not sure what else was over here. Ah, there's the fairy connector.
Okay, this makes sense.
So I don't know. Maybe let me see. I thought we saw maybe saw all the Hyrule Castle, and then was this? No, the castle was the one that took us here. I don't know where this one goes.
I don't think we have seen this one. Oh no, that it was this one that put us here. So this is
Yeah, that makes sense, because I thought I saw all the Hyrule Castle entrances, and they were not interesting.
Yeah. So.
Oh yeah, because Hyrule Castle is
probably, yeah.
Hyrule Castle is Lake Hylia, Bonk Rocks, and the top of Death Mountain.
Yeah. Lin will probably get Glove pretty soon then.
Yeah, so Goomba gets a bit of an advantage for finding that connector earlier, but it's still early, so plenty of opportunity to make up time.
Yeah. I don't think you skip Dark Sanctuary here. There's no chance.
Yeah, I don't, definitely not, especially given what else. He's already gone over to Dark Witch's Hut and Shopping Mall, so the only time he'll be anywhere near here is going back to Catfish, which you need the glove to do anyway.
I know that he has a glove, he will feel super bad.
Yeah, because that Dark Shopping Mall entrance is just so bad. Because like,
yeah, but yeah, if you get Mirror, you can go to Catfish, then do your glove check. But
we know that now that we know that. Sorry, because we know that Mirror is going to be locked by boots. By the time we get the Mirror, there's going to be so much else to do that's not going to be too high on the priority list.
Yeah.
So you just kind of have to hope that that's not going to be anything that's needed urgently.
Like a hammer.
Yeah. And Goomba found the blue mail in Paradox, which it's blue mail I think is okay without the mirror, but once you get to red mail, some of those death warps get really bad.
Yeah, and Lin will definitely get red mail.
And look, one of those paradox entrances took us over to the East Death Mountain, finding Ice Palace over here, which is pretty interesting, and the dam. So pretty nice East Death Mountain over here.
Yeah, and a sword.
Sword definitely important because they could beat Skullwoods, and just like if we find any way to get into Misermire, that now puts Vitreous into logic.
Yeah. And also fighting power without magic.
Yes, finally they have a non-expendable weapon to use. That archery game, not particularly interesting at this point. Sometimes that can be nice if you find it early, but when you're already at 557 rupees and have done Zora, it's just not worth it. So there was some good entrances here. Definitely nice to find that dam, but not much to do. We'll see if the dam item pays out.
Yeah. Also, Lin drank his red potion, so it will be Mimic Clip. But Link does Mimic Clip unbuffered, so...
Well, he actually bought a blue potion, so if he doesn't want to do his... I know he's very fast at Mimic Clip, but if he doesn't feel like...
Yeah, but I mean, would you want to waste your blue potion? Or just Mimic Clip? He's not even doing Mimic Clip in this seed. Interesting. Maybe he's just checking the over entrances before doing it.
And this glove giving us the first check of our back of escape, which came into logic with the Hyrule Castle Small already. There's the Eastern Big, which we still have a bow, so you don't necessarily want to go there, but that's the only chest that could be useful in there.
Yeah, but... yeah.
It's good to find. But you don't want to go to Eastern right now.
Yeah, especially because Eastern Big Key is always this one big key that you're somehow missing, and it breaks everything in your seed. So... Goomba did not do Ishan yet, so if there's something important in Big Chest, Goomba will find it way before Lin.
Yeah, I think that's really the main disadvantage that Lin has. And there's the boots, though, in Hype Cave.
And Turtle Rock Big, and Bow.
And Bow, that's a really hype Hype Cave, which is especially rare in Crosskeys, much less just regular mode, but very Hype Cave.
And that's 3 super good items right there, because this big key gives us Laser Bridge. Once we get a small key. And boots is just boots.
Yeah, so we're going to go right ahead and clear out Eastern Palace, and we'll probably grab that mirror right after.
One-shot Eastern Palace in less than 1 hour. This is illegal.
Oh yeah, how often do you see... Normally the only time you get to full clear Eastern on first try is when it's your go mode was finding Eastern. So, but like the one thing, so Goomba's had that little bit of advantage just from finding the entrances, but the main thing I think is just the not having as many terrible locations. So that bow and Eastern Big Key combo makes the big chest not as bad anymore because you can just get that and clear the dungeon. As long as you might not want to do it early because it might be a pendant, but the Dark Shopping Mall chest is going to be, or the Rocket's going to be pretty bad.
Yeah, and boots is mirror, so this is a very, very big find. Also, yeah, Lin became a prosecutor because now he's dressed in red.
Yeah, and I think Lin will get back to the Hype Cave soon. That dam location is very nice because that highly incentivizes you to go check that, and then you just knock out the glove locked entrance and get a basically perfect Hype Cave.
Yeah. It's like finding... you found 3 items, but in reality it is 4.
Yeah, because it's the boots to the mirror, plus one of the better big keys in the game, plus the bow when you have the Eastern Big already. And I didn't see what was in that Eastern big chest, but judging by the fact that nothing new has been tracked, doesn't look like it was anything big today. Oh, he just didn't go into it yet. Interesting.
Okay, so Goomba will open big chest, then do Armos. That's a pretty good map. What is the seed? We have found exactly 2 small keys in the entire seed.
Yeah, that's crazy.
We are 54 minutes and we have found only 2 small keys in the entire seed.
Well, I think we've actually, between the few runners, we found what? 1 Misery Mire small, 1 Tower of Terror small, the Sewer small, and 2 GT small. So a little bit more than
Did
that.
they really find? Oh yeah, they found the Sewer was small. And it is small, yeah, but that's still really very low.
Yeah. And you see Saj Rawls Hut telling us that Desert Palace is our green pendant today. So the first, we get our first dungeon information of the day. We'll get our second once Goomba's done beating the Armos Knights here.
Yeah.
There's another small key. And it's the Castle Tower small, which gives us an extra item.
Yeah. You're definitely the one you wanted to find here. No, that's not true at all. Agatha is not in a bad spot at least, but you're still going there for only 1 check. And
yeah, definitely rush there.
2 Castle Tower small keys is just for Magic Bat.
Yeah, and they're already close to being able to get to Magic Bat. They would just need 1 more Castle Tower small and 1 and powder.
Yeah. Actually, Goomba still did not turn in Mushroom, right?
I thought they both did, but I'm not sure.
Or maybe he turned it, actually, yeah.
I think they both turned it in, and the witch's hut, the turn in or the pickup is over in Dark Shopping Mall.
Yeah, unsurprisingly, Goomba is getting this mirror right now.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Because you do Eastern first, because there's an off chance you're gonna full clear Eastern where they at, and there's an off chance that you find like the Desert Big or Desert Small in there and get to save a little bit of time. But otherwise, that mirror you want as soon as possible.
And Goomba is going to the Dark World again. Probably checking Graveyard Ledge, something like this.
And it looks like Linlinlin's going to continue this. Wanted to get that really bad entrance out of the way on the way to Catfish.
Yeah, might as well.
So,
how much time have you been burned by Catfish?
Yeah, it's definitely not uncommon. Did Linlinlin find Paradox? Because that's the connector that gets you to the East Death Mountain for the dam entry.
Yeah, he did.
He just didn't do the connectors.
Yes.
Makes sense because you have this long connector chain that you have to do anyway.
Yeah. Well, at least he has the entire East Dark World out of the way. Even Ice Palace entrance is done by Lin. Oh, this is a nice goodie, especially when most of your power is behind magic.
And we'll see if Goomba's going to go over to Catfish now, because if not now, then it's going to be a pretty... I guess no, he isn't in the Dark Shopping Mall yet, so this is probably just all of that.
He's definitely doing it now.
So you get to knock out the whole North Dark World in one swoop. There's the other side of Bumper. I think the other side was somewhere in the East Dark World.
Lin getting Eastern Big King. We'll just need to find a cave now. Or maybe Goomba will just be floating from here. I don't know. Do you think you should check the catfish at this point?
Looks like Linlinlin is going for that glove-locked entrance to the mountain ascent.
Yeah, there's a high chance Goomba is doing a second loop for Dark World with new items.
Yeah, the mirror-locked entrances are over here. You could also get into Misery Mire, which is the main thing that's... I don't actually know how far he got into the South Dark World, because he followed the Paradox Connector quickly.
Vitreous is in logic, so... Okay, Lin, it's time to use Paradox Cave as a connection later.
Yeah, the Paradox Cave connection isn't actually important. If he just randomly goes to that glove lock entrance, which it's not that unlikely because he's doing all of the glove locked entrances right now. They're not fun to get to, but at least with the flute, they're not terrible.
Oh, Desert Big Key. That's a green pendant one.
Yep, when we found the back of Desert, we don't have the Desert Palace small, but...
we are missing one. Desert Small.
Okay, so yeah, Linlinlin is just going to go over to the glove lock type cave, so he doesn't need to get to the mountain for the Paradox Connector. The main pull to that is that it points you in this direction because the damn item, you want to get the damn item and you come over here. But coming over here, Linlinlin will be back on track.
Yeah, he will be missing a sword, but he has everything else. Okay, so yeah, this is the moment you do Eastern. Probably.
Yeah, I think so. I think you would do Eastern just because you don't want to risk.
You can maybe delay it because you don't know if it's a crystal for sure. But
yeah,
just
that's
doing
it
gives you the information.
We know it's a crystal, so it will pay off for him. And here's Thieves Town, which is interesting because we don't have the Thieves Town small or the hammer, but we do have the big key, so they can clear this.
I'm surprised Lin did not Piranha Dash this Cannonball Room. Oh, Skull's big key, your favorite big key. You know it.
You never like to see that big key, especially when you've already done Skullwood, so you probably won't want to go get that until you have the fire rod to check the entrance.
Also, they have Fifth Town big key. And Fifth Town is in a pretty bad spot when you don't have hammer. You are missing both the small key and the hammer, so this is one of the rare situations I would just say go for it.
Yeah, I think so too. It could just be that there's something good in Blind Cell too.
Yeah.
We do have a lot of stuff in Misery Mire. Not all of it's in Logic, but a good amount of it is in Logic with 2 in Logic Mire Smalls. We're just missing the fire locked chests.
Yeah, Misery Mire, it's 0 small key or 3 small key for Logic, but it's 1 small key for doing everything you want easily.
Yeah, we don't know if it's a crystal or a pendant yet, but that's going to be... Once Goomba's done with this Dark World loop for the second time, if he doesn't find something else, that's going to be a pretty nice option.
I think Misery Mire is definitely on the table for Goomba because you have a bow. It should not be that hard.
Yeah, it's definitely not free, but especially with only 15 arrows, but it's better than not having a bow. Here's another big key in Eastern. That's a GT big. We still haven't found Ganon's Tower.
Well, definitely want to do find GT big key before finding GT.
Well, yeah. My main problem with finding the GT big key is when I have the bow and no hammer or fire rod, and then it's like, okay, is this big key for the 2 chests in the climb?
I mean, What seed would be good enough to do this, if not this one?
Yeah, really. And Linlinlin gonna go pick up his mirror, which doing basically the same thing we just saw Goomba do.
I mean, this is the most important. This is the best item in Crosskeys, so there's no reason to delay it.
Yeah, and we see a pod small in the one in logic chest of Thieves Town, which is important because that's our first pod small, which that puts 2 items immediately into logic.
Yeah, this is very big. Green will be picking up this small key to Ice Palace. That's not a bad small key.
Yeah, and I definitely agree with Linlinlin getting that key because, like, if you're going on that loop and you find pod is on the way in the dark world, so if you'd found a pod small, you can just get some nice checks. Very nice Burn-a-Dash to get past those Lionels, who can be quite annoying if you don't have anything to get them out of the way.
And Lin will be checking the second Agatha Watch chest, I think, before mirroring here. Or not.
And we see that Thieves Town is a crystal today, so good to clear it out there on Goomba's side. And was that another key sitting on the floating island?
Yeah.
Lots
Okay,
of
he's
keys
doing
out
it
in
now.
the open today.
Okay, big question. What is in the second Agatha Watch chest?
Yeah, because we haven't found too much in the way of progression. Maybe that pod small from Goomba could be something. The Hookshot Cave is an interesting find here.
Well, there's one chest in logic.
Yeah, interesting to see him not elect to get the one chest that he can.
And Agatha was nothing.
So Linlinlin will find the dam over here, which will be a nice find, and also getting the sword from the dam chest.
Yeah, and Europe. Paradox entrance.
So as far as something that could kind of give these guys more to do, I think Meyer is just clearable, so that's a good thing to go to, but they need to get something to like get into Ice Palace, or I guess you can do a decent amount in Turtle Rock right now if you were to get some keys.
Yeah. I mean, well, we're still in the stage. Oh, this is very good. Buy those arrows.
Yeah, absolutely. When you're staring down Fighter Sword Vitreous, that upgrade fairy is a godsend.
I would even buy up to 40 arrows because that makes missing arrows not punishable by death.
Yeah, with the blue mail and more hearts, it's definitely not as here. But if you're at 6 hearts and looking at Fighter Sword Vidi, then definitely want 40 or even more, maybe.
No, 40 is enough. 40 makes you able to miss 5 arrows. If you wish to use bombs, you need less. You could use definitely less than 30 arrows if you use bombs. But in Crosskeys, this is a very big advice. But in Crosskeys, always buy one capacity upgrade for buff.
Yeah, as long as you don't find it when you have like no money.
You buy the bomb capacity upgrade to refill and have enough bombs for the rest of the seed, and you buy the arrow capacity upgrade for Vitreous, especially. Yeah, for Vitreous, yeah, use buff. But sometimes you want to save some bombs.
And we'll see. So these 2 items are the Linlinlin's going to get over here are 2 that or Goomba, I mean, Linlinlin did not have the big key when he came over to this Turtle Rock entrance. The first one was just the $20, but we'll see if the crystal roller is anything.
Oh, meats.
Yeah, those mitts are important because we haven't found a mire connector, and we found most of our connectors already, so those are likely to be required this seed, and they're also just in logic.
You are just missing 3 dungeons right now. We are missing Swamp Palace, Skullboots, and GT. This is actually pretty scary to not find.
Yeah, for sure. And that's not an easy location for Linlinlin to get back to.
Actually, Lin found the Skullboots, so we are only missing 2. But still. We have the flute, so meats are better.
Yeah. So that's even more stuff we got from Hype Cave, because that was the Turtle Rock Big that gave us those.
I mean, depends. We can just access it with Somaya from the back. If we find
if the back is available and not locked by the mitts, which is looking kind of unlikely right now. We still haven't found Laser Bridge, and between these 2 runners, they've checked just about every entrance that we can get to. So we're probably not getting a connector to Mire, unless it's Laser Bridge specifically, which it may be. If there's no Turtle Rock keys, it could be that's locked by getting over there.
Yeah. Goomba will be getting half magic soon.
So for Linlinlin's sake, you kind of have to hope there's a Turtle Rock small somewhere else that's not locked by the mitts, because going through Turtle Rock for Laser Bridge is an enticing play, but when you have 0 keys, you can't get there, so it's not interesting then.
Yeah. Also, we hardly have any information about Crystal's Seed.
Okay, here's that Mire dip. Now that Goomba has cleared out some other stuff, maybe you want to get something to make this a little quicker, but that's not going to happen today. But it's full clearable. There's a lot of items in here, so pretty easy call.
Yeah. There's no reason not to do Mire. Always Vanilla Skulowski.
And we'll get these chests here. They're locked by the 3 Misery Mire Smalls, but definitely still get them now.
Yeah, and this is the Turtle Rock key.
Okay, that's good, because that will probably entice Linlinlin to take at least the laser eye entrance. He doesn't feel like going all the way to the big chest entrance. But actually with the Paradox, that he might be going there right now, because the Paradox connector is a very good way to get there.
Yeah, he's actually doing this, I think.
Yeah, so once we know about that Paradox connector with the old man saving quit, it's pretty easy to get back here.
Yeah, you have to get me off first, but no, there's no lead right now. This is Crosskeys.
Yeah, if you just look at Goomba may have done a little bit more of checks and stuff right now, but it's so early that it would be minuscule, if anything.
I think on average, Lin did more entrance things, but Goomba did more dungeon things.
Yeah. Looks like Lin is going to either Mimic Clip or Potion Glitch here to get the... Or no, it's a bow now, so you can just do it.
Yeah, I'm surprised Lin did not just bonk in the first wall. Probably forgot.
And yeah, that Paradox Cave connector with the old man save and quit where he is, it's really nice. You can get to Village of Outcasts, you can get to the Dark Shopping Mall. So Meyer hasn't really turned up with anything of value though yet. There's the cape, which gives us one entrance on the top of the pyramid right now.
Maya found what you said very rude and decided to make you lie.
Yeah, by a little bit, by one entrance of the top of the castle. Though who knows? That could be GT.
Yeah, and it also could be a bumper cave connection.
We've seen both sides of bumper.
Oh, you have seen both.
Yeah, one of them's King Sim, the other one's somewhere in the pod area.
Yeah, and Lin is immediately going into Maya, which is definitely a good play. You can full clear, it's good.
Yeah, we don't know if it's a crystal or pendant, but at this point, it's so many items, and you can full clear it, so no real use putting it off.
I mean, yeah, even if it's a pendant, you don't feel bad about this because that's 8 items.
Yeah. Goomba went for the hover to save some time here in Meyer, but wasn't able to get it. And it really doesn't even lose time if you fail. That's the good part, because you need to go back to the entrance anyway.
Yeah, there are 2 things here between their virtuous fights. Goomba has capacity upgrades, and Goomba has cape, in case it goes wrong.
Well, Linlinlin will get cape too. It's in the big chest of Meyer.
Oh yeah, cape. Lin will get cape. With half magic, yeah. But Goomba has capacity upgrades, so it will be a little easier.
The cape is actually very nice, I think, because like the Cane of Burnt does not help at all in the Meyer fight in the Venturous fight with Tempered with Fighter Sword. But with half magic and cape, you can do some softening up of them.
Yeah, 7 booms and 28 arrows is enough, but after this fight you have nothing.
Yeah, I think you'll just use the cape for some Fighter Sword spins as long as you can, and then bust out the bow.
Because you have to expend everything you have at this point.
And you'll get the magic.
Goomba can save some bombs and arrows.
Yeah, Goomba's got that cape out, definitely. The Fighter Sword spins, compared to bombs, are much quicker at the sort of mass damage, and then once you're out of magic, we can just use the bow to finish him off.
Yeah, might as well spin. Spin to win. Nice, already 2 ice dead.
Yeah, that cape was quite convenient, even if it doesn't unlock anything. It's definitely nice to get.
But definitely counted the spins on these eyes. That was very good. Okay, if Linlinlin does the same, capacity upgrades is not a problem.
And so unfortunately, Meyer is a pendant, and the only thing of note is the cape, isn't it?
Wow. At least you have a cape.
Yeah, we'll get to see. The good thing is they haven't been to the top of Hyrule Castle yet, because that'd be really annoying if you just got the cape and had already orphaned that entrance.
Yeah.
All right, we'll get to see the Meyer area. This is where I'm most interested in, because there could be something like Ganon's Tower over here. Those mitts were a pretty nice find, I think. So I'm expecting this. Maybe we'll find Laser Bridge even.
Okay, Linlinlin will be trying this hover once, I think.
Got it pretty far, but that would have been good for the Moldorm gap, but not for the Meyer Bridge gap.
Yeah.
There's a second pod small, which doesn't give anything logically, but is definitely nice, and they have the big key, so it might be enticing at some point to go back there.
Ideally, you have 5 small keys the next time you go to pod, but you can settle for 3. With 2 keys, you can still kill Elmazor, so good enough for the boss.
Yeah, you have to forsake getting those chests in the back, but a lot of times it's worth it to do it, especially like right now they know that it's probably a crystal because they know where 2 pendants are.
Yeah. 20% chance it's a pendant.
And this Meyer, they have the Quake Medallion, they have the sword, so Goomba can go right in.
Yeah. We won the lottery today for Meyer. Does not happen often. And it's a shop. Obviously, it's garbage when you have the good med.
Yeah, my area hasn't showed anything yet, but there's still half the entrances left. The pod small is nice, but you definitely would expect there to be more over here.
Yeah, like, at one point you just want a hammer.
And Linlinlin in the fight for victory is going to do the same thing, having a little bit more trouble getting the spins off on them, but should be enough with 30 arrows.
His problem is that he got eyes touched his spin, so it cancelled it. Yeah, at this point, just use your blue potion.
Yeah, absolutely. It's better safe, and there's not going to be much harder than this fight left in this game, really, unless they get, I don't know, they'd have to get very little equipment through the rest of the game.
I did not know you could touch Vitros with arrows from the side before he awakens.
And we see that Goomba did find GT over in that mire area, so it was those mids looking pretty good now.
Yeah.
Now they can't actually get that much in logic in GT, but we'll see how much. Yeah, they do.
Tyro in logic, and if you are very motivated, you can do the 4 chests in compass room and ice armors, but you need a pretty powerful sequence break to do this.
Yeah, at least they have the boots.
Yeah, they have a boot, so it's not that hard.
But it is long, even if you get it perfectly the first time, because you have to go in that up top room and kill everybody, and it takes a while.
Yeah, with boots, it's not that hard. Without boots, it's complete bullshit.
Yeah, because even if you set up the bomb jump perfectly, you have to be very quick to get to everything lit.
Yeah.
And there's a third key.
God.
That puts Ice Armos into logic once they get a hammer, well, I actually need the Fire Rod or hammer in Hookshot, so it's still pretty far away.
Yeah, but GT Small here is absolutely garbage.
Yeah, the one good thing is both of these runners have shown they can hover, because at some point the climb, if they don't get anything soon, the climb is going to look a little bit like something you should do, and if you go up there without the hookshot, it can be quite annoying.
Yeah.
But definitely don't want to do the climb right now. But it does look like, if we think about what is available to these runners right now, I mean, I'm trying to think what new stuff they could get. Maybe they could get to Laser Bridge, but that's not in logic.
Yeah, but I mean, why not?
Oh yeah, I think you do it before the climb, but it just looks like there's going to be something in the climb, because there has to be something somewhere. Pod has some checks in logic that you should probably get to before the climb as well.
What is interesting is that Lin will find meats, then probably go to Laser Bridge.
Speaking of Laser Bridge, here it is. It's in Mimic Cave. So this is in logic now because you can just get there.
Yeah. Which is good. Pod small. That's good.
Yeah, so one more pod small would put a good number of more chests in logic, 3 more. And it's also good because now with the 3 pod smalls, you can go over and clear out all the back but the harmless hellway and do the boss. And that Spiral Cave entrance is just the long ferry, so nothing important there. So I think Pod is probably where we'll see Goomba go to next. It makes a lot of sense. They can beat the boss, gets a bunch of items, and some of them are even in logic. And also, I believe, yeah, he has that Skullwood's big, so he's going to do that on the way, because it's basically on the way to Pod anyway.
Also, Turtle Rock is a pendant, so we have all info.
Yeah, so we already have the Ice Rod, so it doesn't really... We might not need the Fire Rod, actually, if we can get lucky with Bombos.
Bombos, and we already have lamp. We can sequence break Skullwars, so good.
Oh yeah, chat pointing out you can't beat the boss without the hammer and pod, so my mistake. It's just you're so late in the seed and no hammer, really?
Yeah, you need hammer for quite a handful of bosses. I don't think there's a good mode without hammer usually.
Yeah, not normally. I think you can rarely get it in entrance shuffle. But
Yeah, entrance shuffle, you need exactly pod, swamp, and ice as a pendant.
So entrance shuffle and inverted, you can have hammerless seeds, but they're very rare because the hammer also locks a lot of other stuff that is not bosses.
Yeah. In non-entrance, hammer also locks Total Rock.
Yeah, so with 4 legends, it's impossible.
That's pendant. Yeah, this is why a hammer is always required. But in entrance, it's only 3 dungeons.
Though I can't recall ever seeing a hammerless Crosskey seed.
Hammer locks left side GT.
Well, in standard, they mean like hammer locks GT.
Yeah, it locks left side GT, but not the access to GT.
Yeah, you can climb up through Super Bunny. It locks the Turtle Rock portal, but that's not the only way up there. Also, Goomba has the hook shot now from...
Yeah, where was the hook shot?
That must have been Skullwood's big.
Ooh, this is super bad.
Yeah, I mean, so one good thing, though, is that I think that Linlinlin will get drawn to pod, kind of like how Goomba got drawn over here. And you'll just check that on the way.
Lin definitely wants Fire Rod now. Like, now. Capacity upgrades. Ash refill. Goomba doing green pendant right now. He has Desert Big Key, it's just not tracked.
Yeah, no small key, but I guess you get 2 checks either way, so may as well just pick 2 if you're not going to dedicate the time to stave scumming it. And we'll see. So one thing that we haven't seen that Linlinlin's going to go over by is the first chest of Hookshot Cave. And also, Linlinlin will probably just get all the chests in Hookshot Cave.
Yeah, maybe hover.
And it will be interesting because Goomba's going to come over here sometime soon. I guess he wants to get the big chest of Desert first.
Yeah.
Sahashrala is over at Hype Cave if Goomba wants to turn that in. We're probably going to want to check pod first.
Okay, this is a big moment. Goomba skipped the bottom chest.
Yeah, and Linlinlin's... But Goomba's going to go over there soon because he has the hook shot now.
Yeah, but if it's Fire Rod, this is good for Lin.
Or even fire out in any of these, because it's almost Linlinlin is a good hoverer, so he will probably at least give a couple tries to getting that.
Yeah. He does not succeed every time, but often enough to try it. Checking the entrance right now. Hey, this is a good one.
Yeah, I believe this is a key up here. All the freestanding items are keys today, except the mirror.
Turtle key. That will push you to Laser Bridge. So this will push him to his mitts.
Yeah, I think that's good for Lin to find there.
Okay, retry hover. He's probably trying it 4 or 5 times.
Meanwhile, Goomba got the Ether Medallion out of Palace of Darkness, which from our point of view doesn't do anything. Neither of these runners have checked the Turtle Rock entrance yet.
Lin does not care about this anymore.
And there's the classic Palace of Darkness small key in Palace of Darkness. So now Goomba has 4 keys, and I think that actually puts, even though it's in here, that should put all of these except Harmless Hellway into logic.
No, because it's in the back. It cannot.
But it's okay. But it's key for a key. It's just a long extended key for a key. I don't know how that works.
No, that does not work. That's the fifth of the fifth. So that's the fifth of the sixth key. That's never the fourth one.
Okay, makes sense.
So the back is still not in logic. Oh, Boombos. That is very good.
Yeah, that's interesting, because that's blocked by all 6 pod smalls, but that also gives Ice Palace access.
Yeah, you can bet. Yeah, you can bet Goomba is very happy about this.
Yeah.
Okay, Lin got Smiths. Good.
Yeah, those 2 Turtle Rock keys definitely put in work to make him go over here. It'll also save him some time, because this will show the Laser Bridge connector being Mimic Cave is not useful, but it's nice because he knows how to get to Mimic Cave, and it's not fun.
Yeah. Goomba doing Smith Chain. And it's Fire Rod.
Yeah, so this is a really late hammer now here, because like, what else? We need like hammer and Swamp Small now for go mode, right?
How nice to find the Fire Rod just after finding these Boombos and learning that Fire Rod is useless this seed.
Yeah, this is I mean, hammer go mode is pretty nice because of all the things it's locked. It's just so rare to find in Crosskeys, so we'll see if we actually get it. We still need that Swamp Small, which can be anywhere.
Yeah, we still need the Swamp Small. If we did not need the Swamp Small, it would be super good.
Yeah, because the Swamp Small is very annoying. It can just be basically anywhere.
Well, not in Swamp, at least.
Well, that's, except the first chest, but yeah.
Yeah.
You cannot have the weird vanilla Swamp Small in Crosskeys.
Well, the good thing about this is that anything beyond the second chest in Swamp is garbage.
Yep, Go Mode Swamp will be guaranteed. Well, no, not Go Mode. You might have to check, like you said, the bomb chest.
Yeah. So
But
yeah,
mostly
anything
Go
beyond
Mode
the
Swamp.
second chest is absolute garbage. So Swamp is very nice today. Oh, we're still missing a Master Sword.
Oh yeah, I guess that's kind of a formality because we got it. If that doesn't show up before the small key, that'll be interesting to say.
Well, I would not call it a formality because if this one becomes Master Sword Go Mode seed, it will be the 4th time I comment a seed like this in this tournament.
Yeah, it certainly would be strange to see the Swamp Palace Small show up before any of the other 3 swords, but it's not impossible. Because like the hammer probably, like if the hammer shows up before one of the other swords, that makes sense. The hammer locks a lot, but the Swamp Palace Small just locks the items in Swamp. I guess it technically could lock like items in Ganon's Tower entrance, but yeah, we're not going to talk about that.
Yeah, at this point, just hope your Master Sword is in the back of Swamp.
So, but with that Fire Rod now, they can go back to Ganon's Tower, and Ice Armos is in logic, so is the big chest.
Yeah, just is definitely a big play right now.
Because the hammer could absolutely just be over there. It's one of the more dense locations left.
Well, have you ever Yeah, there is one thing I saw in one Crosskey. One. Because this is a garbage logic chain, but Moldon chest hammer. That happens.
There's that Master Sword, so we won't need to worry about looking for one of those.
Yeah. Yeah. Checking this one last because he can hookshot to the entrance.
Yeah. Though
If
the
he
berry,
doesn't
berry
use
ruined the
that hit.
plan.
Yeah.
That is the correct way to route Hookshot Cave if you have the boots and the hookshot and you want to go out the connector.
Yeah. And Lin decided to go to GT. I love this.
Yeah, this is his first trip here, so it makes a lot of sense.
Also, has not done tile room yet. One more chest for him. It will be his third GT small, which will tell him this is the correct play because it's in logic.
Yeah, but we'll see. He doesn't have the fire rod. He could opt to sequence break the right side or even do the climb, but it would be a bit surprising.
You know, Hammer can just be right side because Hammer outlocks left side.
Yeah. And we found, so that key up in the Spectacle Rock was the pod small, but I think that Linlinlin already showed us that. So that's our fifth one for Goomba.
Lin does not have fire rod yet.
Yeah, he would have had to sequence break it with the lamp, which it just takes too long. It's pretty risky.
If Lin had fire rod, he would definitely do the right side.
Yeah, for sure. I wouldn't be surprised to see Goomba go back over there once he's done with these last few entrances over here.
It was more garbage at this point. Yeah. Let's hope Lin goes for Skullwood's big chest pretty soon. There's a chance.
I think there's a chance because he's got Pod is the other option that's in this area.
Also, even if he does not go back there now, he will be doing Smith Chain pretty soon because he has mates. With Smith Chain, he will get Fire Rod, and Fire Rod will push him to do the entrance.
Yeah, for sure. Fire Rod would entice you because it's the bad layout of Skullwood, so you're gonna want makes it even more want to combo it. But we're gonna see Goomba go over to that right side of GT, see if the hammer's over there. It could be on Ice Armos. The compass room's out of logic by one small key, but there could just be a small key in the climb or in the right side itself.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you can have the hammer in the compass room because it outlocks the left side.
Yeah, I don't think that it takes into account that logic with Crosskeys, not yet.
Well, I got a Fire Rod on Laser Bridge that locked the fourth Turtle Rock small key in the right side of Turtle Rock in an open seed, so...
Yeah, and open does do stuff like that, but Crosskeys does not.
Okay, that makes sense then. Temple Sword and Silver... Oh, Gold Sword and Silvers! This compass room is pretty nice.
Yeah, definitely not required, but one of the best rooms that you'll find. The Ganon Speed Up Starter Pack.
Yeah. So you went from garbage items to broken items.
Yeah, save a good 2 minutes on your Ganon fight at least, just from that one room.
Can you imagine that 3 minutes ago we were talking about finding a sword to go for go mode?
Yeah, possible sword go mode. Not going to happen today. We're going to be on gold, sword, silvers.
Yeah, no chance Lin does not get this.
Yeah, it would have to be something really weird like that Skullwood's big chest. The hookshot doesn't lead to anything.
Okay, Swamp Small. It's Hammer go mode.
Yeah, Hammer is go mode now. For Goomba.
And this is one of the very rare seats where Hammer can be unpaired.
Yeah, it could be. Because Hammer Go Mode and Crosskeys, it's like Crosskeys also, in addition to locking the normal stuff, like it locks the left side of GT, which can be a lot of progression, so it's uncommon to find Hammer Go Mode.
But Hammer Go Mode is definitely the best Go Mode ever.
It is very nice.
In Crosskeys, in open, in every mode, Hammer Go Mode is absolutely the best.
Because you're gonna Go Mode, like in like open, you're gonna have at least one dungeon that requires the hammer. So guaranteed one, probably two, just guaranteed like Go Mode dungeons because you can't do much. And there's that hammer.
This is Hammer. What a seed.
So I believe that Goomba still has to find Skullwoods, and it's just in the pod area. So
yeah, it's the pod temple. This is absolutely insane. Goomba
Yeah, and I
just...
think you don't even have to risk like the only entrance. You have all the medallions, so you don't even have any risk of like skipping an entrance locking location like item. You can just go mode all these dungeons even though you haven't found Skullwoods yet.
Yeah, this is insane. There was only very bad location in the entire seed, and it was the hookshot in Skullwoods Big Chest. This is the only one I can think.
I think the
Everything
actual
else-
worst quote-unquote location this seed was their Dark World access for their progression being that ferry connector in the desert area.
Yeah, that's true, actually. But shot was the garbage item.
Yeah, once they got that entrance, then the seed really broke open with that just completely stacked hype cave, and then just a lot of the items kind of falling out from that.
This is the dream. Goomba definitely feels good about this, I think.
Oh yeah, an hour 37 with go mode, and you're decked out. All these boss clears are going to be quick. There's still a decent amount of bosses to beat, but they're going to be quick.
Imagine if you don't have the GT Big Key before doing this. That would be super bad. Swamp Small was in GT Big Chest. And since he got both Last Swords and Silvers, there's no incentive to even open the Floatage Room. This is insane.
Yeah, you don't need anything else to see. You got blue mail, 14 hearts, gold, sword, silvers. You're good.
Yeah, this is baby mode.
So I'm just kind of wondering when you probably just beat all the dungeons, and then does it really even matter if you beat the dungeons or get the find your last dungeon first at this point?
Lin, this is super bad for Lin, because Lin will get Swamp Small and Hammer before getting Hookshot. This is definitely over now. If it was not over before this.
It was already going to be quite hard for Linlinlin.
Yeah, but now it's worse.
Yeah, because he's going to get the Out of Logic, Swamp Small, and Fire Rod. And the bad part is, or not, sorry, it's in Logic, he has the Fire Rod, but you're not going to get that hook shot, which could be anywhere.
You know, the last GT Small is probably in the M room. Which would put everything here in Logic. But, yeah.
Or it could just be in the Climb or Swamp Palace. There's plenty of places.
Yeah, but yeah, there's a very low chance it's game free at this point. Goomba is just in go mode, has more dungeons. Lin is missing this absolutely garbage hookshot for him, and has one less sword. Yeah, there's no way. Goomba is not. Yeah, Goomba is too good to make that big mistakes after go mode.
Yeah, in Crosskeys, oftentimes the person who is in go mode first is going to win. The exceptions are generally when like one person's in go mode and the other person is very near to go mode who has more dungeons cleared. But that's just not the case here. They had the same amount of dungeons cleared.
Yeah, he just needs to hunt Skullwood's entrance, and the Skullwood's entrance is not even bad.
Yeah, because he still hasn't, like, pod plus, I don't think we've even done the pyramid yet. So maybe he goes to the pyramid before going to the pod area specifically. But
No way.
He's going to get over there.
No way. He's just going to Float 5 and find his entrance and GG. I mean, Float 5 is 3 entrances for him. That's very big.
Yeah, that's true.
He will
with
do
where
this.
he is in the world.
Yeah, he will do this before going to Pyramid. He will actually do this on the way to Pyramid. That's definitely the best concentration of entrances left to him.
Yeah.
So there is absolutely no way he's not finding Skullwoods very soon. And now the Wild Goose Hunt starts for Lin because he has Hammer, so he's doing left side duty. Yeah.
Which, this is interesting, though, because, like, what does he need anything else besides the hookshot? The hookshot can't be over here.
Yeah, that's true. Right. There's one chest he can do in Logic here,
Yeah.
which is the map chest. But these 4 chests are not.
And it's only in Logic once that last GT small shows up.
Turtle walk. Maybe he did not realize that hookshot is his go mode.
Yeah, because it's kind of weird because he has what, 5 dungeons, 5 crystals to beat, and just find that hammer really opened up everything.
I'm very surprised. He probably just did not realize.
All right, yeah, makes sense. Goomba will probably knock out this in hammer pegs because he's right here, and then we'll head over. Like, you could see him save and quit to Old Man for Paradox, because you can do Paradox to Turtle Rock right for Trinex. Oh no, sorry, Trinex Dependence. We don't need to do that, but he needs to get to the Ice Palace.
Yeah. This is definitely sub 2.
Oh yeah. Unless you get some really weird entrance.
There's only 3 dungeons to do.
And these dungeons are pretty quick too.
Yeah.
Skullwoods and Hera are 2 of the quickest in the game, and then Ice Palace go mode is pretty quick.
Yeah. And Hera is very quick.
It's really nice when you can just Hera pot straight to the boss. It's very quick.
Yeah, there's 2 dungeons I really, really want to go mode usually in Seeds, and it's Swamp and Ice.
Yeah, those are the 2 big ones. I mean, it's also really good to go mode pod. That's just so rare, though. You always do pod incrementally.
Yeah. Yeah, this is Hera. Nice dungeon. Oh, okay. I don't know how the second fire shot did not hit, but so now, yeah, Lin will just full clear every dungeon before finding hookshot. There's no way Lin finds hookshot before Goomba finishes the set at this point.
Yeah, he has too many other good options than going back to Skullwood's big chest.
So, Goomba had a little advantage. The whole seed, but this hookshot just makes a small gap into an enormous gap.
Yep.
Yeah. It would not be a bad hookshot location if Lin did not do Skullwoods before finding the Skullwoods big key. That's it.
Or if there was any good entrances out there right now. Because like Linlinlin has found all of the dungeons, and he's only missing some single item cave, so there's nothing good to find in that back fire rod locked entrance. So there's just not as much incentive to go to the bad Skullwoods layout just for 1 check and 1 not very good entrance.
Yeah, Lin was extremely unfortunate in this seed, but Goomba still had the advantage even before that, so he was still ahead.
Yeah, Goomba got a decent advantage from the early game. They both put off getting to that ferry connector for their first real good Dark World access, and Goomba just got to it like 3-4 minutes earlier, and that was where the bit of the early advantage came from, and then the hookshot just kind of made it into a giant ravine of difference.
Yeah. Hey, Logic. Welcome here, Rebecca.
Yep, not going to need that to beat the seed. It's logically required.
Oh, hey,
yeah, let's see if the Ice Palace big key is going to be in here too for all of the Fetch Quest big keys to be in the same spot. I guess the Skullwoods one was already found though, so 3 out of 4.
Yeah. So yeah, I have to apologize to this Skullwoods big key we insulted earlier in the seed. It was actually required.
Yeah, and it does that. That's why it's so annoying, is because if it was never required, then it wouldn't be bad at all. You just skip it every time.
Oh yeah,
Hey,
you
there's
talked
the
about
Ice
this
Palace
Ice
big
Palace
key.
big key, so I guess it's here. What a garbage Ice Palace big key spot.
Dude, Ice Palace is it's just all about the fetch quest big keys today.
Yeah, Ice Palace is rude. That's it. Yeah, so... Well, at least Lin will not feel bad about doing Ice Palace without the big key.
Yeah, we'll get to see what's in the big chest. So now begins Goomba's probably pretty brief hunt for back of Skullwoods. He's just gonna get his most dense location, like you said. Flew it over to 5. He's gonna find it pretty quickly. Ganon is at Hyrule Castle dropdown today.
Yeah, which is easy. See, after doing all crystals, Goomba is heading straight to Skullwoods.
Yeah, it's almost as if he already knew where it was. He only had to check one extra entrance.
Yeah, I mean, that's just the best concentration of location. So that just makes sense. There was no way he was not finding this super easily. Okay, Lin. Skullwoods big chest.
We'll
Last
see,
chance
maybe
to
he
be
will
in
get
go
that
mode.
hand.
It's the last chance to be in go mode before Goomba finishes. And no.
No, this is Pod.
No, this makes sense. I can't blame him. This is definitely what I would do. Because just do your crystal dungeons before doing shit you might not need to do.
Yeah. And meanwhile, Goomba collected his last crystal, so just off to Ganon. No big key guessing game in Crosskeys. Just get the pig right out of the way.
Yeah. Goomba will finish just after Lin gets his 4th crystal. This is probably 153.
Yeah, gold sword silvers. That Ganon fight will be pretty quick.
This is even less than 53, probably 52 and some seconds. If warps are not bad.
Just gonna need 6 slashes for the first 2 phases, then 4 for the third, and then 4 silvers.
Yeah. This was not a god route by Goomba, but after getting the glove and moonpearl, he definitely got a very, very insane route.
Yeah, absolutely. Once he got the early game was a bit slow until that Dark World connector showed up, and then it was just foot on the gas, get all the items you need, and then get to go with like 5 dungeons.
Yeah. You never go with 5 dungeons in Crosskeys. This is insane.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Pod's not really a go mode because they had already dipped it, and Hera too, but they were pretty short dips.
This is a perfect Ganon fight.
Yeah, and the get the triple silver arrow shot. So get your GGs in chat for Goomba. Just needs to cross the bridge.
Yeah, he actually killed Ganon before Lin could kill Elmazar.
Yeah, that Ganon fight took like a minute and a half.
He actually finished before Lin got his 4th crystal. Insane. Yeah.
So Goomba finished with a time of 152.32 and is going to move on into the third round of the Crosskeys Swiss tournament, which was at the semifinals now, because you started at 16, so that would be round of 4.
Yeah, he's heading for semifinals right now, I think.
All right, we got Goomba and Linlinlin in here. Good games, both of you guys.
Hello.
GG's.
GG's.
Yeah.
I need to go back with that, dude. What the?
What do you mean, go back? You think I went to Skullwoods?
I didn't go as well the first time, but the second time I did.
Well, I went in and saw it was a stupid layout, so I just got the big key chest and left.
I don't know. I saw the route from Paradox Cave, so I figured like I would just go. That put me in Outcast, basically.
Yeah. We knew this hookshot was the death of you, basically, at this point.
That's why I decided to do it. I saw the backup route for Outcast again.
Yeah.
Yeah, Goomba being in Hamago mode in Crosskeys, and being able to go mode 5 dungeons was pretty insane.
Well, sort of go mode 5 dungeons. Like, I go moded Ice and Swamp, but I had already done most of Pod. And Skullwoods doesn't really count. But I did go mod Hera.
And I didn't realize back then, so I went to the left side after getting my hammer, and I was like, wait a minute, I'm a hookshot for combo. And I was already in render. And then I got the desert small. I was like, okay, that's already worth.
Yeah, because you know that the rest is garbage.
Same for Hera big key. Same thing. I was like, okay, my Lantern is gonna be Hera.
Yeah, I already did. I already killed Lanmo because I wanted to go down there with the purple chest and do Hookshot Cave.
I was thinking about going
So I killed Lanmo so I could check the green pennant as well while I was down there.
I was thinking about doing Skullwoods big, but the fire rod happened.
Yeah, I got the fire rod right after I did Skullwoods.
Yeah. This was the one thing we were afraid. If you go to GT, get your hammer before getting this hookshot, you never get hookshot ever. This is yeah.
I mean, Hera big is hookshot locked, so like Hera was my last crystal.
Yeah.
I wasn't climbing with the big key. I wasn't doing that. I was Hera potting 100%.
Hey, I did that.
Well, also this GT small key in tile room was pretty stupid.
Kind of funny. Also, nice
Yeah,
compass room. 2 swords and silver arrows.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm climbing. Fire rod happened. Okay, I have a hammer. I'm not climbing anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I went there with the intent of climbing the tower, except I got both my go mode items in the basement.
Yeah.
So
That was super funny. So yeah, this is a pretty strange seed. Very slow start. Even with fruit, basically 1 minute into the seed, but
yeah, the early game was pretty annoying. Like
Seeing that
actually
mirror
finding
was
a way into the dark world.
seeing the mirror was annoying for me. Like because even finding a way into the dark world, you're like, if you go there, that your mirror is accessible, you're dead.
Yeah, I mean, when I found Paradox Cave, I just went through it and said screw it to the rest of the Dark World, and then managed to find the boots before going through
Oh,
the Fairy Ascent Cave again. So that was cool.
yeah.
I
Also
I
the Eastern
didn't do
Palace
that.
in one hit. Which was
I finished the
very-
tour. I didn't want to risk it.
Yeah, that Paradox connector really helped because that you pulled the dam and then that drew you right to the very hype cave down by desert.
Yeah.
I gave you 3 items, but that was actually 4 because mirror.
Yeah, and then I also got to single dip Eastern Palace right after that, which was cool.
I didn't. I was looking for boots.
Yeah,
I went
Eastern-
after I saw them after I saw the mirror. I went in. Like,
yeah, Eastern was the only thing I had left that I hadn't done when I found the connector to Bumper Ledge. So at that point, I just said screw it and started exploring the Dark World.
did you did the tour in West Dark World from Pod before finding the connector to Bumper? Because I did. And that
No.
felt terrible.
I came out of Spiral Cave and save and quit, and then literally did not come back until about 5 minutes ago when I was looking for Skullwoods.
Okay, I thought that was the first connector. I didn't know about the connector to Bumper because I didn't want to check it, and I knew there was one connector that put me in the Dark World. So I was like, screw it, I'm not checking that single entrance. I'm just going through the spiral. I felt bad about it, and that's why I was like kind of. I wanted to climb to be something. I wanted to climb to be the hookshot, but no. Game decided otherwise. I knew I was behind after that Dark World tour for no reason. Just like that was 5 minutes at least.
Yeah, I feel like my early game went pretty well, and then I mean, I don't know. I had Hammer Go mode. I can't really complain.
It's just that if that route from Paractus didn't exist, I wouldn't have dropped. That's the thing. I wouldn't have dropped.
Yeah. Yeah, I just went out the middle Paradox exit after getting the chests and checked EDM, and then started doing glove checks, and I got the boots, which worked out, I guess. It was a little risky, but I felt like I could justify it, especially with the 3 items in the back of Escape that I could get now with the glove. I kind of wanted to cut my Dark World tour short anyway to check those, because I figured there was a decent chance the boots would be there.
Yeah, and it was Eastern Vickies. That was actually good.
Yeah. Definitely got a little bit lucky though that cutting my Dark World route off and doing Light World glove checks did actually lead to the boots, but oh well.
How do I only roll crap seeds, and then for both of you guys, I roll 2 jets back to back?
I mean, this hit is kind of bad.
This seed is pretty garbage.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
It was a masterpiece. Thank you very much. Okay, so I guess with that, we're just going to go ahead and wrap it up. I know everybody was looking forward to a Game 3. Unfortunately, Goomba had to ruin it for everybody. There always has to be one. But we will have more Crosskeys fun here for everyone coming up in the very near future. As a matter of fact, it will be here tomorrow. So right now we have Metastatic, who has suggested a raid over to Rico Vaz, and so that's where we're going to head. And we'll see you soon here on ZSR. Thanks for tuning in.